Merry Christmas everyone and welcome back to another video here. Today we have a road to rank 1 in which our first opponent is called Protoss Craft or something like that. His name is too large, it doesn't fit quite in the bar up top. Have fun, cowboy. Yeah, I will have fun. For sure, my friend. See what he does. This guy plays some interesting StarCraft 2. I played him with my off race before. He's about 5'9" to 6k MMR. He plays... I'm not quite sure if abusive even quite covers the load. If you were to put everything together, what most people hate about Protoss, you'd get to this guy, okay? It wouldn't surprise me if this is a bot created by Terran and Zerg players. And just they put the most annoying things in. Like, he plays a very annoying type of StarCraft 2. Not necessarily the best style, just annoying, low intensity, pretty low APM as well usually. So things like a cannon rush could be a possibility. Definitely could be real here. Can I get a gateway up here on the low ground? Even though it's a little bit too late right now for a cannon rush. So it would surprise me if he still goes for it. I'm scouting, but I'm not going into the main base for whatever reason. Okay, we see double gates here. He's getting his cybercore. Two in gas, and he has 16 on the minerals. This means that there's a probe on the map right now. Because that's the same thing as I have. 2 in gas, 16 in minerals. Now the next probe comes out. Yep. So he has a probe hidden on the map. Okay, well, here it is. Just did a post-gateway scout. I'm not sure why I haven't been denying his mining at all. I should have been doing that for a while already, but rather than doing that, I decided not to do it. Well, I kind of forgot about it, honestly. We'll play 2 Stalkers. Try a little bit of pressure on the map here. Would be nice. He accidentally grabs my mineral patch. Not sure if that was accidental. Could have also been on purpose, of course. We're gonna deny his mining for a little bit. And it's especially nice if you can deny mining while you're being chased by a worker. Because in that case, well, it's the ultimate thing, right? You're denying double mining, basically. Oh, here come the units. Stalker as well, out of my opponent. So I lose a probe, he loses a probe, and both of us suck. Because for both of us, it really was not necessary. I didn't get a block in on this natural either, which is kind of annoying. It wouldn't surprise me if he actually opens up with like a robo and goes into like a 3-gate robo of some sort. These builds can be quite tricky to deal with, and I've seen a lot of people play them lately. It feels like they've gotten a little more popular again. Now, what do I want to play defensively here? Maybe I'll get another sentry. No, I'll actually get a stalker. So we play double sentry, triple stalker. This is a funky little build order that I'm doing here with that fast Twilight Council. That could actually give some issues in case of an all-in, I have to admit. But in case my opponent is not all-inning, I think I'm actually going to be in a nice little spot. And it's not necessarily bad against all-ins, it's just a little tricky. Because your tag is so fast, you can't really cancel it anymore. If you get tag after your 4th pylon, cancelling your tech is still possible. I'm already gonna waste a chrono. We'll waste. I'm gonna use a chrono boost on it as well. Which is interesting. And I'm gonna get 2 blind stalkers. So it's not all risky. Okay, yeah. He's exactly what I said it would be, actually. Exactly what I said it would be. That's interesting. This is a tricky build order to hold. I mentioned it already. But it really is. Now, the goal for my opponent tends to be to move in. And then one-shot as many workers as he can, really. Or workers. Oh, that's really bad. That was an awful start for my friend here. And we want to deal damage. And we want to trade my energy. Here, Salad actually is super helpful, because it tanks a shot. Tanks a big shot as well. It's a possibility he goes into my main base right now. No, he's not. He's not one-shotting things, which is really not that brilliant for him. He needs to be one-shotting stalkers, because over a longer period of time, I'm just going to be trading really well with this type of setup with these batteries, right? And now I'm going to have Blink out as well, which is going to make these batteries even better. I'm going to add another one. And I continue building workers, not because I necessarily want more mining. Oh, I was slightly too late. But because I want to be capable of grabbing these workers and chasing my opponent. Here, you want to kind of clear some of these lower HP dudes here. And I don't even really need to fight here, but I can use my Blink. He also has a Blink, but a less effective Blink. And I have batteries in the back that help me. So you get this really easy, nice win. I said this would be a tricky hold, but he actually messed this attack up completely. I'll explain to you guys what he should have done better here. So you wait until you have enough Stalkers to one-shot, which is at this point. He does that well, that point. 11 Stalkers is perfect. Then you go in, and you need to have your Prism here. So you can pick up these Stalkers as they get force fielded, right? Pick them up and go back. I just wasted I used my force fields to buy time for myself. You can't be fighting here because you can't lose units. He's losing HP right now, and he didn't kill anything. So he lost a Stalker and HP and shields on this one. Well, I just lost some battery energy. I would love to trade energy versus units or versus damage. What I don't want to do is I don't want to trade Stalkers against Stalkers because he has 3 gateways. So any trade that I take where it's an efficient trade, technically for me or for him, is a bad trade for me because I don't want efficient trades. I want to trade energy for damage or energy for Stalkers. That's it. So now he comes back in. I get the Zealot to tank a little bit more damage. And he already lost 1 Stalker and took damage on 2 Stalkers. What he needs to do right now is he needs to move into my army, one-shot Stalkers, and then trade Stalkers one by one by one by one. And make sure that he can always keep one-shotting my Stalkers. The moment he can't anymore, it's a bad situation. Here the shots for him aren't synced up anymore. So what ends up happening is that even when he target fires on one of these Stalkers, he doesn't actually end up killing the Stalkers. And at this point, the game is actually just over. It's not a good situation anymore. I have too many Stalkers. My Blink is very close. And he lost the game. You have 1 or 2 opportunities to go in. The first opportunity, the defending Protoss will use his force fields. And the second opportunity is when you deal the most damage. This is the one window you have. And in that case, the defending Protoss usually pulls his probes and burns the super battery at the same time. You need to do a lot of damage at that point, and then afterwards perhaps you can do something else and win with it. Like if you trade it very well as the aggressive player, but if you trade bad in these first 2 scenarios, no way you're going to win. It's impossible. Tech is going to kick in for the defending Protoss. There's going to be too many probes, and you have the defensive position. The aggressor gets too many Stalkers to really be useful. So let's pop straight into the next game here, as we immediately found it as well. Oh, we got our same guy. Now, it would be fun if he would do the same thing, of course. Then we can see if he improves or if he always makes the exact same mistakes. And the game that I just played is probably the best scenario for him. Maybe a better scenario would be if I had opened up with Stargate. Wanted to get 6k today, not donate. Yeah, it's Christmas, my friend. And Santa loves me, so I asked for some MMR on my Road to Rank 1 account. And look what I'm getting in my sock. Some MMR. Let's throw this bad boy up. I think I messed up this wall. I think it's too close. That's a 2. Yeah, well, it is what it is. So, what I was gonna say is that often the Stalker into Sentry is quite nice for a lot of reasons. So, you get some map control with the Stalker. It's good to open Stalker against Adept Opener. So you have some map vision there. It's a terrible voice, actually. I feel embarrassed. Look at this. Yeah. All right. Did I good luck him? Yeah, good luck him already. But with Sentry Stalker against this type of early game all-in, it's a lot nicer because you see it quicker. You can perhaps even change tech still. All of these things, of course, not viable if you're playing Stalker, because your scout is too late. Your tech is already done majority of the time. And even if you were to change tech, it just is 30 seconds later, so a lot less useful. Quick sip here. Coffee's getting cold. That's life, I guess. Yeah, so we see him not scouting this time around, so most likely he proxied something. Sounds fun for me. Because I get to discover the beauty of the world around my base. The richness of nature that is surrounding me here. So we're gonna just pop around for a little bit. I need a second pioneer, which is actually kind of unfortunate in this situation. But we are going to need it. Just gonna scout for the proxy. It's most likely gonna be on my side of the map. I don't think this guy doesn't really strike me as a fake proxier. It's of course possible, but also kind of unlikely. I didn't scout at all this game because I wanted to play fast third Nexus. I did play fast third Nexus. It's working marvelously, I have to admit. Just gonna keep scouting around my base, and we actually want a high count of units here. So even though this is not going to be the most powerful units, we can skip fourth pylon, by the way, when opening with this. Very cool. Very cool, actually. Yeah, one of these. We don't see him moving across the map, and we haven't found anything close by either, so that's interesting.
On the wings of justice, Siravek, I am eager to strike. Engaging the enemy.
Feels like a similar opener to last game. We can technically still cancel, go into Robo. We have the same amount of units, but a lot better eco here. And we saved a lot of our chrono as well, which makes this quite a cool start for me. Problem is that our fourth pylon was so late, so we're going to be struggling a bit in that area, I guess. Huh? We do have a lot of force field energy available, though. Okay, now we have a little less force field energy available. Because we just used it. Still have 2 force fields remaining, though. We're going to actually warp in another sentry. And that's just purely so I can get that same setup as I had last game. But this time around, the second push in for him is going to last way shorter. And the reason for that is quite simple. Is because I have an Immortal on the way. So this is obviously superior tech. And you see, I'm pulling all my workers because I don't want to trade any Stalkers out at this point. Get another sentry as well. And once we have that Immortal, oh, he's going to be in a world of trouble here. I killed one Stalker, lost one Zealot. That's a good trade. That's actually a very good trade. And now all I need to do is fight. I need to make sure that he can't get a force field on the ramp. That's also, of course, a possibility always. Actually, just gonna kind of supply block here. It's frustrating. What is he doing? So there's a possibility that he goes into Disruptor from here. It is kind of uncommon, but it is, of course, a viable playstyle. Okay, he's just trying to trick me, I guess, in a way, huh? It's like kind of a fake. I should not have done that. That was a mistake. Yeah. This is very upsetting for my opponent. I could... This actually is quite tricky here. Yeah. So we need to actually guard this this area right now. And the reason I need to guard it is because if I allow him to move forward too far, he can just throw these disruptor shots from an area where I don't quite like it, which would suck. So now I want to... I really want him to, throw that disruptor shot. Huge. Huge that he missed that. And every second that goes by, of course, is a very good second for us. Should be getting a second disruptor at some point as well. Yeah, he's in some trouble. It wouldn't surprise me if he tries to flank with a disruptor. That sounds like something that my man here would do. Like I said, he's kind of abusive and plays this... yeah, no shot. Well, it did get something, but not a whole lot. He's getting some adepts as well. Still have this bad boy up here. And he's getting a sentry. Okay. I mean, I'm just outmining him so hard at this point. As long as I don't completely mess it up. Ooh! Okay, now he's dead. Maybe he doesn't know it yet, but I'm very well aware of the fact he's dead. He forgets the GG as well. But yeah, similar setup to last game, except with the quicker tech. Him going blind disruptor is better against what I was doing here than what I did last game. Because the robo opener is a little susceptible to disruptor shots. The immortal is not great against it. Well, blink stalkers, I mean, disruptor you can just blink away from a shot. It's like, yeah, how's that even gonna work? Yeah, don't think he's gonna get 6k today. I have a bad feeling about his ranking for today. So we'll hop into game number 3 immediately, see what we get there. We got our man for the 3rd time in a row. You waited for 3 minutes? Yeah, me too, man. I was like, I don't want to get this guy again. Yeah. I feel pretty bad for the guy. His life, I guess. Yeah, see, great minds think alike. And bad minds also think alike. The question is whether both of us have great minds or if we have poor minds. No matter what the state of our minds, let's try something else here. So, let's give him a bit of a chance. Oh, he's kind of he's aggressive about it as well. It is pretty dead during Christmas time, I have to admit. It's not been good. I've been playing a lot of Zerg because of that. I'm having a blast with that. I'll upload some videos of that in the future, maybe. I think in the past 3 days I played like 90 games of Zerg or something. It's my way of having a little bit of a holiday as well, you know, like 1 or 2 weeks a year. Well, taking a break from StarCraft is generally considered dumb, at least by me. I mean, I want to play StarCraft all year round, so I decided I'd take a small break from Protoss. I'm having a great time playing some Zerg and Terran. Actually playing a lot of Zerg, mainly. But yeah, the higher level, I mean, Christmas time, holiday time. Most pros are kind of burned out from playing way too much during the year, so they take a small break usually. My man Protoscraft is not happy with the fact that he got me for a 3rd time. We're gonna take him out. What? Bless me. Ooh. At least I hope I'm gonna take him out. I wonder what he's gonna do. Let's actually just play the same opener again. It's very fast Nexus, huh? This is a cool build order. So it's actually... I didn't really discuss this much last game. So I'll play it again so then I can explain a little bit. So the thing with this build order and what makes it cool is that you have way faster mining on your natural, which means you'll get more money. On top of that, you can skip your 4th pylon, which means you can get faster tech and more units if you want. And really, there's nothing unsafe about it. Now, I already hear you guys asking, then why doesn't everyone play this build order every single game? The reason for that is fairly simple. It is because you can't. It just gets blocked majority of the time. So yeah, that's really just a simple answer. You can't. Oh, he's sending out 2 of these. I'm gonna build this as well. Straight robo this time. I don't know what that was, but it looked more like a probe than anything else. Oh, look at that. Cute. So he's probably playing the exact same build order. We have this bad boy. We could have also chrono boosted this once, by the way, for ultimate safety, you know? I think he might be in some trouble. Oh, here come the Stalkers. And now he's only gonna have one jump in opportunity. So, oh, I'm not quite sure what happened here, but that wasn't good. One isn't supposed to be standing still at all. I didn't actually see what he got. But I'm assuming it's the same build right now. Everything feels the same. It looks very similar as well. I don't even think he'll have a single jump in, honestly. He might just be dead. Yeah. That's kind of unfortunate. So, this is the problem if you always play the same build. I could have pretended like I don't know what he's doing. But you gotta punish these guys, you know? You gotta teach them a lesson as well. Like, you can't just go around pretending like this is a build you can play every single game. Because it's not. Quite frankly, it's not. He's not jumping in, though. It's pissing me off. Oh, it's Blink. Oh, but that's completely fine for me as well, of course. So he has two build orders, one Blink all in, and one quick proxy or 3-gate into a Robo. And both builds actually die against the same exact opener. Then you know that your builds together usually aren't that good. So this is going to be a very clean hold once again for me. I'm really not that worried. So you just target down like the lower Stalkers, and he might get one of your Stalkers. But in this case, that's completely fine. Before I said I don't want to trade Stalker against Stalker, but here I actually don't mind trading Stalker against Stalker. Even though most of the time that's not even going to happen. If I were to trade Stalker against Stalker, yeah, that's fine, because I have another structure here. Good lord. That was not the Blink that we were hoping for. Did he kill anything? I almost played the perfect game. I lost a single probe because I sent it back through the middle. Losing a single probe against a 1-base Blink Stalker all-in is what we call quite impressive. Alright, I'm going to wait a little longer so we don't get the same guy 3 times in a row. I don't want to completely ruin his Christmas, as he's really not going to get 6k like this. So we'll wait for a bit and then hopefully we'll get someone else. Alright, see you guys in game number 4. Alright, my friends. We got Suku, also known as Kuku. The Romanian Terran player. Pretty decent, I have to say. Couple of pylons over here. And we'll need to figure something out to do against him, okay? Ooh, I could show you guys a build. Okay, this is the build. This is not just a build. This is a build that I've been working on in the greatest secret for a year now. For like a couple of months. It's not the greatest secret, but I have been working on it. So basically what you do is you play a 17 Nexus opener. Except rather than getting a 17 Nexus, you get an 18 Nexus. So it's not completely 17 Nexus, but it will all make sense later. Do not worry. I don't have the time to explain to you right now. Okay, and we're gonna go into a 3-gate Blink Stalker push. Now this sounds weird because no one does it. But just because no one does something doesn't mean it's necessarily bad. We've actually been doing the groundwork on this, and the results have been pretty decent, actually. We'll need to scout what our opponent does, obviously. I think this has to be a cancel, I can't recall. Yeah, we'll cancel it. 1 worker extra cancelled. Then we built a second gas, I think was the... It's been a while since I actually did the work on this build. And we pull 2 workers into gas immediately. And we get a low ground pylon. And now it's important to figure out what his first unit is going to be. Is that going to be a marine? Oh, it's a reactor first. That's kind of exciting, actually. We're gonna send 2 in here immediately as well. So we want a... Oh! Yeah. It's a good start for me and not for him. The moment you lose a worker as well, you're immediately never allowed to complain about your opponent's race again, because you lost a worker. That's very bad. It's not a good start for you, Cuckoo. It's not a good start. Wait, I need to get this thing. So, actually, we're gonna cancel this. This is the This is the optimal way of playing it. Because I know he's not opening up with Reaper, I can delay my second gateway unit, which usually you can do. So, gonna get a Stalker here. And then we're gonna send this Stalker across the map as well. Or well, at least I'm planning on sending this Stalker across the map. If he goes Reaper from his reactor first, then I don't want to do that. But if he... Okay, yeah. Hey, he's just playing for Marine. He's also skipping a bunker, I think. I should have built this gateway, I think, a little bit faster. We go straight into the blink. It's not the most important. You can also go for the robo first. It really is kind of irrelevant. And the entire point of this build is that you can get a double warp in initially, another double warp in, and then you start going with 3 Stalkers. So you end up with a pretty decent Stalker count. And a couple of Chronos on this as well. And you want a second gas at some point. It wouldn't surprise me, what's this? An even number of Marines still. Hello, I need you. And then once this finishes, we can build that immediately as well. So we're going for a... This is quite an aggressive build, I have to admit. Like, this is not a build in which you can say, wow, this feels like you're going very heavy in the macro. Oh, look at that. That was a cute move if it had succeeded. Sadly for him, it didn't succeed. It's probably going to be in this... Well, he wasn't. Wait, what? A tank? Good lord. My control is very mediocre here, honestly. I think he's lost though. Good lord. Very bad control out of me. Very, very poor. We're also slightly supply blocked right here. Which makes life even worse for me. So we actually want to run this by. I really don't want to lose these buildings yet. Not until I have way more Stalkers. And I want to kill this. That's beauty. So I want to force him into attacking into me, basically. I should have done this way faster. Yeah, he's pushing forward a little bit too aggressively here. And in that case, guess what we can do? We can just blink forward. We can force the GG. This is a very clean game. And he opened up with a lot of barracks. I saw a lot of Marines and I knew immediately something weird was going on. Super low work count. Our control back was poor, but good enough. And that's the only thing that matters. And I think that's going to be it for today. Quick 4-0 here on Christmas Day for me. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Hopefully I'll see you all for more videos in the future. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your Christmas holiday if you have one. If not, enjoy working. And I'll see you all tomorrow again for a new video. Maybe together with Max Packs. We'll see. Alright, bye bye.